What's going on, guys? It's bringing you some Hotline Miami gameplay. This game's been out for a really long time. I originally had it on the PS3, then on the PS Vita, now I'm playing it on the PS4. It's a fun game. It's a nice little mini game. I don't really know what it's about, but there's a lot of killing, a lot of violence. Definitely a game you guys should check out if you've never really played it before. Yeah, you see, it's a lot of funky colors. You have one new message: beep, hello, it's Linda, I need a babysitter. Right away, got a few kids that need to be disciplined here. I'm at East 71st Street. Make sure you have a long talk with them. I really need someone to get through to. These rascals, unlike last time, please be discreet. Click. I don't really know what that means, but I'm assuming this guy is a hitman. Every mission he does, prior to doing the mission, you pick a mask. Each mask has a different perk. So, first chapter, no talk. Tip, guns attract attention. See, so you got Richard, which my favorite personal one is Tony, Fists of Fury. If I remember correctly, yeah, his fists are really deadly. This guy should have been a boxer. Then again, he'd probably kill his opponents. So creeping up into this house. This game, honestly, the way it works is just trial and error. You're gonna be dying a lot. You see, look at that. No chance. There you go. Pick up that club. So I'm still learning the controls. Ooh, good hit. It's pretty tricky. I mean, the way it works, it's like one of those, top-down shooters, but for whatever reason, the joystick is like when you move the right joystick around, it moves the camera. It doesn't exactly, it moves the cursor, but as you can tell, from the position I'm at right now, you can't see the rest of the map. So you have to kind of fiddle around with the trackpad. But other than that, I mean, it's a solid shooter. There you go. And as you can already tell, noise attracts the people around, the enemies. So you kind of want to be silent, but at the same time, obviously, it's hard to avoid bullets when. Ooh, there you go. But anyway, recently I've been playing a lot of Battlefield 1. Just something about that game, I played it. Battlefield 4. I didn't really have any problems with it, but for whatever reason, it wasn't working for me. I don't know if it was my connection, my network. It would always lag and the hit detection was off. But I know it's a good game. I was kind of skeptical when it came to Battlefield 1, to be honest. But I've been playing it for a few days now, and I've been playing it consistently. It runs really well. If you wouldn't have told me it came out a few days ago, I would think it's been out for a couple months. There's so many games that come out nowadays where, on release day, the game is unplayable. Perfect example is Mafia 3. That game is just single player, but there were so many problems with it when it just came out. So it's nice to see that an online shooter like Battlefield 1, as big as it is, the maps are huge. We're talking about 62 player combat. The fact that it can run so well, it's really impressive. So I think DICE did a really good job with that game. Apparently it runs even better on PC. I play on the PlayStation 4, so as far as my standpoint with the PlayStation 4, I think it plays flawlessly for a game that just came out. Of course, it has its tweaks that they can work on, but as far as just the overall game, it's definitely a great experience. I definitely recommend it if you guys haven't played it yet. But yeah, look forward to more content on Battlefield 1. I plan on releasing Conquest gameplay, Rush, and a new game mode they have is called Operation. The thing about that game mode though is it typically lasts 40 to 45 minutes. So because of that, I'm kind of worried as far as how rendering is going to go with that. So unfortunately, maybe I'll steer away from Operations. I mean, I don't think anyone wants to watch a 45-minute video anyway. But I'm definitely going to put up Battlefield 1 videos. You guys have to see the gameplay for that. It's really fun. In addition, like I was talking about in my last video, Resident Evil 4 is another game I'm interested in. Ooh, got it. And Resident Evil 4 is another game I'm interested in uploading. I recently just finished the normal playthrough, and it was a lot of fun. Resident Evil 4 came out, I think 2004 on the PlayStation 2 and on various consoles. And believe it or not, I never really played it at that time. So when the remaster came out for PS4, I was looking forward to getting it. The only reason why I didn't want it though was because there was no platinums as far as trophies go. And I know for some people it's not an issue, but for me, sometimes I kind of like when a game has a platinum, because then it's kind of something that you can look forward to, playing and earning as far as trophies go. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 doesn't have a platinum, so that's what kind of steered me away. But for the simple fact that I never played it before, I still wanted to get it. So I eventually, picked it up. And honestly, I mean, people praise that game all the time. They talk about how it's one of the best games ever. I think a lot of The Last of Us, it reminded me a lot of that game. Resident Evil 4, obviously came out first. And it's crazy to think that game came out in 2004, and it reminds me of a game that's played on current gen consoles. So it speaks volumes about the game. So I don't know if you guys are aware of what came out, this past week, but the PlayStation VR headset just released a few days ago. And to be honest, I mean, speaking on VR, and I know like right now in the tech world, that's what everyone's talking about, and it's like the rave. But I just feel like we're not there yet as far as virtual reality goes. Maybe in the next 5-6 years, possibly we can experience a real virtual reality experience, but I think like we're a few steps behind, something great. We're definitely going towards the right direction, but I just don't think it's worth, $700-800. Like for example, the PlayStation VR, just the headset alone is $400. But if you want the bundle, it can be, anywhere around $600 to $700. And I mean, that kind of money for just, something where you're moving your hands around and you're playing a video game. And to me, I don't know if you guys saw the gameplay footage for Batman, or the various games that are out, but it looks very linear, like it's almost like the VR experience is just you moving your hands around. And it kind of reminds me of like the PlayStation Move, for example, where you had those, two controllers that look like the Wii sticks, and you're moving those around. And I think the only difference now is you have these, this headset on, goggles on, and when you move your hand around in the virtual world itself, you're moving your hands, which is cool. But I mean, come on, how long could that be fun? I don't think that can actually replace, PlayStation 4 entirely. Like, if I get the VR headset, I don't think I'm gonna stop playing Battlefield 1 or, various other games that I like playing. But it's definitely, a step towards the right direction. But the only reason why I'm bringing up the PlayStation VR is because of one feature that actually caught my attention. And I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but the PlayStation VR has an HDMI feature. And what that means is pretty much you can connect other consoles or your cable box to the VR headset. So in other words, obviously it's not going to have that VR experience, but it'll look cinematic. Like, it'll look like you're sitting in a theater room. You guys should definitely check it out online. Like, you'll see what I'm talking about. I really like that Sony did that. The fact that they added the whole HDMI input feature, because now essentially it gives the PlayStation VR more use. It's not gonna be one of those things where once you're done playing, your VR games, there's no use for it. Now it's like you can use it as a TV. If for whatever reason you don't want to use your television, or let's say someone's using your television, you can use your VR headset. Or in most cases, if space is a problem, let's say, you know, like for people that, you know, dorm, if you don't have room for a TV, if you don't like using that small monitor, you can use that VR headset and get that cinematic experience right off your chair. I think that's awesome. But anyway, chapter's done. You know, pretty much getting my final verdict as far as what I got. I hope I get a B-. I think I did pretty well. B- would be nice, but we'll see. Anything below a B- and I'll be pretty upset, but let's see what we get here. Oh, a B. I'll take that. I'll take that. So that wraps up the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.